Okay, for this part of the activity, the case of the stolen crown jewels, when you get down to question 2, it tells you that you're going to need to compare the DNA of the suspects to the DNA that was found at the crime scene. And then it gives you instructions to come and see me to get evidence from the evidence room. The first piece of evidence that you're going to get is a strip that looks like this. Across the top it will say crime DNA, okay? There are different samples of DNA that you'll get later on, and across the top in bold, that's how you'll determine which DNA sample it is. See, this one says suspect 1 DNA, okay? So you're gonna start off first with the crime scene DNA, and in the instructions, it tells you that you're going to have to cut the DNA into fragments, because that's what we do before we put it into the gel. And it says the restriction enzyme that you're going to use is going to cut the DNA in between the middle of the CCGG, between the CC and the GG. Wherever you find CCGG, cut using scissors the DNA molecule into smaller pieces. So one of the things it's important to remember is when you're going to find the CCGG on your DNA, you're going to look at the top row only. So I'm going to go along the top row, and anywhere I find a CCGG, which here's one here, right? I'm going on the top row, here's a CCGG. I'm simply going to take my scissors and I'm going to make a cut between the CC and the GG. Okay, so where I have that brown line, I'm going to cut with scissors in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to cut straight up and down, all right? And I'll cut that first little piece off. So I'm going to go along the rest of my DNA, see if I can find any more CCGGs. I have a CC, but only one G, so that doesn't count. Okay, here's another CCGG. So again, I'm going to make a cut between the C and the G. Okay, so I'm going to take my pen, draw a line between the C and the G, and that's where I'm going to make another cut in the DNA. I'm going to keep looking to see if there's any more, and I have one more at the end here, CCGG. Again, I'm going to make a line between the C and the G. Now I'm simply just going to take my scissors, and anywhere where I have a mark that I made, I'm going to make a cut there. Okay, so you can see I've just cut the first piece off. All right, and I go ahead and make the rest of the cuts on this. All right, I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that a little bit later. Eventually, you're going to take all those cut pieces of DNA and you are going to graph them in the chart that's in the packet, okay? So eventually this piece of DNA, because we had 3 different brown lines that we made, would be cut up into 4 different pieces, all right? And then you're simply going to count how many base pairs are on each piece, all right? So this first segment that we have has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 base pairs, all right? So to represent this fragment, if this fragment actually moved down this gel, it would actually stop at the 7 spot, okay? So I'm basically going to go onto my chart and I'm going to fill in the 7 block, okay? And that's just representing this fragment with this band, okay? And then I'd simply go to my next piece of DNA. So I'm going to make a cut here with my scissors, and I'm going to count up how many base pairs we have here. And then I'm going to, let's say that was 20. I don't know if it is or not, but let's say it was 20. I would then go here, still in the first column, crime scene DNA, and I'd go to the 20 spot, okay? And I would just fill in that box there to represent that gene fragment. I'd do the same thing for the next fragment and the same thing for the last fragment. So this gene from this DNA sample from the crime scene should have 4 different bands on this chart when you're done, okay? You'll do the same technique for each of the different DNAs left for suspect 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and those DNAs are going to be different, right? Suspect 1's DNA, Suspect 2. Okay, so you'll get those from the substitute. All right, and you'll do the same technique. All right. Okay, good luck.